Hello, it's Lewis. If you want to melt endgame enemies like butter using the SOCR Scar Shrapnel Build, then you're in for a treat. Here's a level 60 pro mode boss, no problem as it only took me 8 seconds. Lots of people have covered this build here on YouTube, and I've tried a bunch of different armor and mod combinations out, as you can see from all of my different loadout presets. This setup melts endgame enemies and also suits my playstyle. So give this a go and let me know in the comments what build you're using, as I'm interested in exploring new builds to share with everybody here on YouTube. This build will work on PvP servers, but please note that this is a PvE focused build as it thrives under this environment. Onto the build. I use the Recurve bow calibration level 10 with the portable style calibration, as this increases my weapon switching speed. Attach the vulnerability amplifier violent mod to this, as it adds 8% vulnerability to the bullseye. This mod can be obtained by farming Araxium on hard or pro difficulty. As for the Scar, I use a calibration level 10 3-star upgraded version with the rapid shot style calibration. It's important to try and find a calibration which has crit rate on both values. For the mod, I use Shrapnel Souvenir Violent. Be on the lookout for one that has crit damage attribute. I got really lucky on this one by enhancing it, and you can find this mod by farming Shadowhound on normal, hard or pro difficulty. As for the accessories, you can use what feels best to you, but here's what I personally use. And for the ammo, craft whatever you can afford to use. The blue or the purple rarity ammos are what I typically use. When it comes to your melee weapon, the only reason I use this is to spam the jump and swing technique as shown on screen. You can do this by pressing spacebar and left click at the same time. It's much faster than standard running, and it's particularly useful when speed farming bosses and silos in search of those perfect mods. For this reason, I use the light striker style calibration, as this increases my movement speed whilst holding the weapon. I chose the middle speed melee weapon, as you cannot do the jump technique with any heavier ones. As for the armor, all of these are calibrated to max level at the armor bench. I use the beret, any 2 pieces of the Falcon armor set, in my case the mask and the gloves, any 2 Lone Wolf armor pieces, I use the jacket and the pants, then finish it off with the Bastille boots. The beret is easily obtained via completing a quest called Daughter's Greeting. The Falcon pieces are obtained from looting mystical crates, and the Lone Wolf and Bastille pieces are exclusive to the Wish Machine. I haven't been lucky enough to find the perfect attributes on all of my mods, so please take that into consideration. But anyways, let me show you the mods I use on the armor. For the beret, I use Fateful Strike Violent, with crit damage and weapon damage attributes where possible. On the mask, I use Shrapnel Carnage Violent, with crit damage and weapon damage attributes where possible. On the jacket, I use Rejuvenating Violent, crit damage and weapon damage attributes where possible. For the pants, Deadshot Violent with crit damage and weapon damage attributes where possible. For the gloves, Crit Amplifier Violent with, can you guess it, crit damage and weapon damage attributes where possible. And finally for the boots, Slow and Steady Violent with crit damage and weapon damage attributes where possible. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten, here are the specific Cradle skills that I use. Automatic Weapon Enhancement, Master Tactician, Deviation Master, Tactical Combo, Deadly Combo, Steady Hand, Tracking Bullet, and Bounty Hunter. To really bring up those damage values, you'll want to take advantage of food buffs. Head over to your stove and cook up some canned meat. It's relatively easy to craft, and it provides you with a 20% shrapnel damage increase for 30 minutes. As for my Deviant, I like to choose the Lone Wolf's Whisper. Now for a quick damage test. I'm not the wisest Englishman when it comes to maths, but here, take it anyway. This is me using tungsten ammo and no buffs at all. And yes, I have sped up the footage. Now for our main damage combination. Eat your canned meat, throw any tactical device, I typically use a Molotov or a throwing knife, shoot the enemy in the weak spot, bring out a Deviant of your choice, and proceed to shoot the enemy in the stomach. The reason you do it like this is because our Cradle skills are specifically set up in this way, and each step provides a different damage buff. As you can see, there is a noticeable damage difference from using the canned meat and the bullseye from the crossbow on the test dummy. We won't see the benefits from the tactical device or the Deviant, as it's not a boss, but rest assured, it makes all of the difference. And that's everything. If you enjoyed this build, the quality of this video, or just enjoyed the company of my silly little voice, then please show your support by liking, commenting, or even subscribing if you're feeling extra nice, as I'm only a small YouTuber looking to grow. In the meantime, check out some of my other Once Human content on screen right now, and until next time, bye bye.